Kuma's flashback isn't as good as people think. Alright, look, what's fun about One Piece is that we can discuss things, and sometimes your point is correct, and my point is wrong, and sometimes it can be the opposite. And sometimes we can both be correct in our own way. So I know there are some idiots who are just gonna read the title of this video and start writing in the comments some bullshit about some stuff that I didn't even see, because they just, like an idiot, they read the title as a complete jackass, and they're gonna start judging me or judging my opinion, because I know that's how it works, right? So to be clear, I don't give a fuck, okay? I just don't give a fuck. I'm just tired of this. So if you wanna go start talking shit in the comments, go ahead, be my guest, I couldn't care less. Yes, in the last couple of months, I really worshipped the views that I even forgot to enjoy what I'm doing, and I'm tired of this shit, and I'm just gonna do whatever I wanna do, and I'm not gonna care about what you think, okay? I'm just gonna be honest, I don't care what you think. What's fun about One Piece is that we can argue, right? But if you're gonna be an idiot, who just read the title and thinks he's better than us, who thinks he's just gonna be the only guy who makes it right when he speak about One Piece, you're a jackass, and I couldn't care less about whatever you're gonna say, okay? I'm tired. I've been depressed about not being able to speak, about not being able to say whatever I want to say, and that's it. This is always gonna be over, okay? This is always gonna be over, and I'm gonna talk about whatever I want to do, okay? If I really want to say Luffy is the worst MC, I'm gonna say it, okay? I really don't care about you, okay? I really don't care about what you think. I mean, that's not my opinion. I really love Luffy, but that's just out of context, okay? So the thing is, I'm gonna say whatever I want to do, and you're gonna watch my video, whether you like it or not. You can leave this video, you can write whatever you wanna shit on the comments, and I couldn't care less. So I'll tell you how it goes, alright? I'm gonna say my opinion, and you can throw it in the garbage, or we can have an argument like a gentleman. Or if you're gonna be a 5-year-old kid, you can get the fuck out of my channel, and I never wanna see you neither, okay? Cause you're toxic and nobody wants you. And let's get into why I think Kuma's flashback isn't as good as people think. Okay. Alright, the thing is, I really feel like people always remember the last thing that happened, okay? Whether you're gonna talk about One Piece, whether you're gonna talk about any anime that happened, whether you're gonna talk about any manga, alright? So the thing is, and I think you see it right now around you. The thing is, everything is happening right now is gonna be the greatest thing, is gonna be the best thing, is gonna be the better thing, because why? Because people always remember the last thing that happened. You can also hear right now that many people are saying this Bleach episode is the greatest, this Jujutsu Kaisen episode is the greatest, this episode of Kimetsu no Yaiba, this, that, and this, and that, okay? But the thing is, people always remember what's happening right now. So that's why people really think that Kuma's flashback is the best flashback in One Piece. Look, I'm not saying if you're enjoying it. All of us are enjoying it. All of us are loving Kuma. Kuma's actually, I think a lot of us are already putting Kuma in like the top 5 favorite characters in One Piece, right? That's not my point. And that's what I mean by saying that whenever I say my opinion, whether you like it or not, some people are just reading the title and start writing some bullshit in the comments. And that's not my opinion, okay? So if you're watching my video right now, you're gonna understand that I'm not talking about Kuma. I'm not talking about this flashback is bad. I'm just talking about this flashback is not as good as people think, okay? But I know some idiots are gonna write in the comments some bullshit that I didn't even start talking about, that I didn't even mention in this video. Alright, okay. So that's why I feel like people, look, if we're gonna take some flashback that happened in One Piece, let's just say Senor Pink's flashback. If we take this flashback and put it in this chapter or in these episodes, people are gonna say that this flashback is already the greatest or one of the great. That's why I feel like in this world, in this social media world, people always remember the last thing that happened. So that's why I'm mentioning the fact that Kuma's flashback isn't as good as people think. I write it on Twitter like a couple of days ago, and people started talking nonsense, and people be saying that you're an idiot, you didn't watch One Piece, blah blah blah, you watched One Piece through reels and all that bullshit. But you can write whatever, like I said, okay, you can just throw whatever you want to say, okay? I really don't care about you, and I really don't care about what you're gonna say, and I really don't care about what you think, okay? We all watched One Piece, and yes, I know about One Piece better than you do, okay? You idiot, okay? I'm not talking about these sane people who watch One Piece and like doing arguments like a gentleman. I'm not talking about you. I really respect you and I really love you and I really love talking to you about One Piece, okay? But it's not to you. This message is to those idiots, okay? So the thing is, we can say that Low's flashback with Corazon and with the Flamingo, and we can say about we can talk about Robin's, and of course the greatest flashback, and will always be the greatest flashback in One Piece. It is the flashback that connected everything in Wano and in One Piece, and with the Pirates King, and with the two of the greatest pirates to ever exist in the One Piece world, and it is Oden's flashback. It's simple as that, okay? Oden's flashback connected the Wano world with the Pirates King and with the world's strongest man and with everything related to One Piece. Okay, we started One Piece since episode 1. We didn't start with Luffy. We didn't start with Zoro. We didn't start with Kobe. We started with the Pirates King. We started with Goldie Roger, Tommy, Mensei, Shikara, and we started talking about Roger. We always wanted to see Roger. We always wanted to see Roger's Pirates. We always wanted to see Roger being the Pirates King, and we've seen it all. We've seen it all in Oden's flashback. In Oden's flashback, it connected the story of our present time with Wano, and that's not related to the things that happen in Kuma right now. Kuma's flashback doesn't change the story. Kuma's flashback just doesn't even connect anything. Kuma's flashback just explains the things that we really wanted to know about Kuma. That's it. It's not. Look, if you're gonna say it's related to the Egghead Island right now, it's not, okay? It's just related to the things that Kuma is gonna do. And that's not gonna change the fact that whether Luffy is gonna help Vegapunk or the things that related to the whole Luffy and Vegapunk thing. Kuma's flashback is separate from everything's happening right now. Yes, you're gonna say that he's been at the Egghead Island and he's been with Vegapunk and all that, but this all explains the things that happen in Kuma's history, in Kuma's story, in Kuma's life, and that's not related to the things that we were seeing in Wano. Okay, so that's my point, and I'm not gonna argue with you about whether it's Oden's flashback or Kuma's flashback. Okay, so the thing is, if you took Robin's flashback from Water 7 and we put it here, people are gonna say the same. Because people's minds, people's memories always remember the last thing. And this sentence has been easy right now. We can say, this is the greatest thing. It's really been easy, right? We can say about anything releasing right now, and you can say it's the greatest album, it's the greatest episode, it's the greatest book, it's the greatest chapter, it's the greatest show, it's the greatest, it's the greatest, it's the greatest that, it's the greatest this, right? So that's why look, if you think that Kuma's flashback is the greatest in One Piece, you really need to think back, okay? We've seen Nolan and Calgar's flashback, we've seen Robin's flashback, we've seen Low's flashback, we've seen Senior Pink's, it was like a quick one. We've seen Oden's flashback, which is the greatest. And unfortunately, we didn't see Kaido's flashback because of some bullshit that happened in Film Red that Oda Sensei was just planning to promote for that movie, and that's why we couldn't see Kaido's flashback, unfortunately. So that's why, if you think that Kuma's flashback is the greatest, you really need to think back, and you really need to refresh your memory, and you really need to read One Piece again. And that's what I wanted to say in this video. And again, starting from now, I'm gonna say whatever I want to say, whether I'm gonna shit on your favorite character, I really don't care, okay? I'm already getting 20 views, so I couldn't care less. I got already copyright strike, I got plenty of copyright claims and all that, so I really don't care. I think I don't care about the views anymore. I'm just gonna care about whatever I want to say. And if you're gonna argue with me like a gentleman, I totally gonna respect you and I'm totally gonna argue with you. But if you're gonna be a jackass, I'll piss on you and I'll block you and I'm never gonna see you again, okay? So yeah, I think that's it. If you enjoyed this video, drop your thoughts, comment down below and write down your thoughts about Kuma's flashback, and I guess that's it. Get out of here.